This is Opposite Attractions, Season 2, Episode 13. I Want to Be Like You. The challenge? A crappy knockoff attraction.
Welcome to Opposite Attractions, ladies and gentlemen, the happiest podcast on earth. I'm your host, Scottye Moore, joined as always by that Adventurers Club wannabe himself, Jim Murphy.
It's getting worse, sir. KUNGALOOSH!
KUNGALOOSH, bitch. Would selling a KUNGALOOSH shirt get us in trouble?
Probably.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I have a store near me that has like closeout, like we got this crap from all over the place, like brand name stuff that's like some of it's not put together right. Some of it's just like clearance stuff that other places got rid of. And they had the 28 in Maine Adventurers Club shirts there, but they were only in like triple XL.
Oh yeah. That's usually how it goes.
I have the phone case that the shirt's based on.
Okay. Well, good for you.
It says KUNGALOOSH. That would probably be a problem. I'm assuming it is trademarked in some way, shape, or form.
Nah, fuck company. It. It's fine.
Some of the people that were involved in that group did a thing. I think that was like a complete one-off. It was like a special event that some other that another podcast did, and it was called the American Adventurers Club.
Oh,
and they held it in Epcot, I think, somewhere like in World Showplace or something. And they had the same people that did the Adventurers Club came in, but it was like now they were like Mark Twain and shit like that.
Oh wow, holy shit! Okay.
And they did a whole show that was basically like the Adventurers Club, but it was like American history.
Okay, so Jim, I'm terrified. Because before the show started, you did say, I looked for that list of bad theme parks from last week, but I found even worse ones.
I only found the one about, and I'm going to say this first so it doesn't sound like I'm saying an epithet. It's about heavy machinery, like bobcats and front end loaders and stuff, and it is called Diggerland with a D.
Jim, Diggerland. Get rid of that ER on there. It's Diggerland. Now, okay, tell me about this Diggerland.
Like I said, the pictures are like bucket loaders, but like the bucket can seat like 20 people.
Oh,
and I
shit.
guess it spins around and lifts you up and such. Yeah. Like you're on a scrambler.
Now, do they sell on their merch? Because you know me, I'm the merch boy. I'm always thinking about merch. On their merch website, do they sell a shirt that says Diggers with Attitude?
I knew you were going to go there.
DWA.
Well, I don't know what part of New Jersey West Berlin is, so maybe.
Oh, wait, hold on. That wasn't a joke. It's in West Berlin, New Jersey?
Yes.
Jim, I'm not going to lie. You said West Berlin, and I immediately said, I know where that is. I don't need any more information. Man,
I don't know where that is. So.
I can't even say that's Buckwild because I live in Oxford, Alabama, and then also Birmingham, Alabama. So I can't be like, they stole another city name. What idiots.
Isn't there a Warrior, Alabama, too?
There is a Warrior, Alabama. There's a lot of shit we stole from England, my bro. Okay, so
yeah, I don't know much about that. Apparently it's only open like 6 months out of the year. Because why have that kind of fun all year round?
No, to be fair, I've got stuff like that here. Like we've got a mini golf course that is literally only open in like spring and summer. Although to be fair, I'm fairly sure the sign has said, we'll be back next spring for the past 5 years.
Does it actually still open or has it just been closed for 5 years?
Jim, I have no earthly damn idea.
I love mini golf. I would go anywhere. My favorite mini golf place is probably in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the mini golf capital of probably the world.
Yeah.
It's Lost Treasure miniature golf. You ride a train to the first hole. I love that.
As opposed to
Like
this one, where I'm fairly sure people do heroin between holes 7 and 8, is how fucked up this mini golf course is.
there's people having sex inside the windmill, like on The Simpsons.
Hmm. They used to have an arcade in there, but no, not anymore.
Um, near like within like an hour and a half of me, there's a place called Idlewild. Um,
Idlewild?
yes, like idle as in like what a car does if you put it in neutral.
Yeah,
This is the only three things I remember about visiting that as a child. One, they had a section that was like rope swings and slides,
yeah.
like and fairly large slides, like a good, like you climbed up like some steps and they like went down the side of a hill or whatever. And I remember there was like a giant ass ball pit because that was sanitary.
Hmm.
And I'm
Heroin
talking
needed.
like a 30-foot across size
Oh,
ball pit.
Jesus.
And then they had an entire section that was devoted to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
I'm sorry? Like
I,
legally? Like they
yes,
got.
yeah, I'm assuming because it was filmed in the Pittsburgh area
Oh, okay.
that that it was tied to that, and there was a trolley ride
Oh, fuck yes! Did
where
you
you
come
like
out into
got
a
on a
land of creepy
trolley and you
puppets?
rode through like the land of make believe.
Yes! That's awesome!
But it was out. I feel like it was outdoors and not indoors, like you were on a train track type situation.
I
But
don't
I
know.
don't remember.
I don't know how
I
I
was
feel.
probably in elementary school the last time I went to
Were there
Idlewild Fun
puppets,
Park.
though? Do you remember if
Yeah,
when you
I'm
got.
pretty sure that it was like animatronic-y style
That's
puppets.
pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of dope.
Yeah, that's literally all I remember from that entire park. There could have been Lord knows what else going on in there.
Dude, last time I remember being in like a ball pit or like a Chuck E. Cheese, like one of those playthings, was probably the first time I ever got a crush on somebody, and it was at the Burger King fucking play place. And I used to go at
You were
this.
26.
Oh yeah, I used to go at the same time as this girl, and she would come in every like once in a while, and so like she would come in, and we would go play in the tubes together. Then Burger King had like the little computers on both sides, so we could play on those. And I just remember being like, "She's amazing. She
Ugh,
loves
I
Burger
would not want
King."
to touch a Burger King computer. Oh my God.
I can't remember what was on those computers, but apparently they were
Ugh.
dope enough for me just to be continuously wanting to play on that bit. But man, but then I remember one day I ran into that girl at school and she would not give me the time of day, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's like the Breakfast Club. We've returned back into the normal world and went back to our own cliques, and so now we don't interact anymore."
There's another amusement park near me that in the winter when they're closed, they put up like Christmas lights like all over and you can drive through it, but you're essentially driving through where people would normally be walking if the
Oh, okay.
place was open, and that's kind of creepy to me for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah, I
Mainly
could see
because
that.
I can't imagine like driving a car down Main Street at Disney World. As fun as that would
I
be.
was fixing to say I can imagine it, my boy.
I have seen vehicles in Disney in the Magic Kingdom where they probably weren't, like where they shouldn't have been if guests saw them, but I have seen them.
I've seen trucks
And
go
like I said, I almost got ran over by a scissor lift one time at Epcot. That
I've
was
seen
pretty.
trucks go through Universal Studios, and it still blows my fucking mind every time I see it. I'm still like, "Why are you here? You're away from your home, brother. Here, let me walk you back to Parking Lot City."
Can I bring up the churro margarita? Because that sounds messed up.
Oh, it sounds the exact opposite of messed up to me.
They said that the review I read of it basically said that it was that it has like a cinnamony like aftertaste to it, like a kick to it at the end, and it looks like um like pinkish, like I I don't know if it's because it's frozen or what, but it looks like almost like pinkish like oatmeal in the glass.
Jim, where the fuck can this be purchased?
I will look that up for you right now.
Because they're doing like a New Japan wrestling show in Florida in like June, and I'm trying to talk Blake into going down there, and I think the churro margarita may be the last bit I need. Just be like, all right, we also can go get
Let me
tequila
find this
that
thing.
tastes like an amazing fried baked good.
Oh man, where is that?
What the fuck?
That I saw that.
What's the name of the place?
Um, what, the website I'm looking at?
No, like the name of the, or is it not
I'm
even
looking.
showing?
I'm looking for where they are selling it, and I don't even see the. I do not even see it anymore.
Yeah, all
Let me
right.
just Google.
I was fixing to say, brother, I was about to go to that Google and just type in churro margarita. This is the rest of the show, by the way, guys. I hope you enjoy it because
Apparently, there are recipes for this.
oh god, yes.
But I'm still looking for where it is in Disney.
Yeah,
So
I'm typing in Disney right now. Um, also, like, talking about shit we went to as kids, I used to go to Panama City Beach all the time, and apparently when I was like 5, my dad put me in the palm of this giant, terrifying monkey with bright, glowing demon red eyes.
also, it wasn't a live monkey.
No. This is a
That'd be awkward.
giant ass monkey, and they were like, "That's such a cute photo. Let's go get it again." And every time I was like, "If you put me near that motherfucking thing, I will end your life physically."
The margarita is at Paradiso 37 in Disney Springs.
Oh man, that's not as cool. I'm still gonna go get it, but fuck.
Um, Now I went to Panama City Beach one time. It was spring break in 2001. It was the week before the final Nitro.
Yep.
Um, I was I would have been I was like 19. Yes, I was 19 or 18. The only things I really remember, I never we were literally across the street at a campground from like Spinnakers and Club La Vela or whatever the fuck that's pronounced.
Yeah.
And I don't remember much. I did go see Papa Roach there.
How was he? Was he having a good night?
Uh, I'm not a fan of Papa Roach. I
Oh.
went because it was cheap. And the opening band was Alien Ant Farm before anyone knew who
Oh
they
hell
were.
yeah.
Well, no, here it was before anyone knew who they were, and they actually didn't show up because the lead singer had mono or some
Oh
shit.
no. Wait, so
And they were
hold on.
they were
Wait. No, shut up, because this joke's gonna be hilarious. So what you're saying is you guys were trying to come up with plans, and they were just like, Jim, you want to go see Papa Roach? And you're like, well, I've looked at everything I could possibly be doing tonight, but it looks like this is my last resort.
they Alien Ant Farm was replaced by a band named Darwin's Waiting Room.
What? That's a really good
Awesome.
name.
It was they were from Miami. They're awesome. I bought their first album. I literally went to a record store. Like I knew when the day the album was coming out, and I went like every day for like a week. Like, do you have this record yet? They're like, nope.
Yeah.
And then finally, the guy's like, have you checked in like our miscellaneous section?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. And I went over and I had 2 copies, and I bought them both.
Dude, I felt really bad for Papa Roach that night, though, because, like, apparently it was a really busy weekend because most of the hotels were booked, so they had to stay in this really, really shitty, like tiny motel complex because that was, in fact, the last resort.
The other thing I remember from that trip was at one point my parents went out to eat because it was literally like a family vacation, which is a weird thing to do in Panama City Beach for spring break. But they went to eat and they came back and they were like, we were eating dinner and the table next to us, Jenna Jameson was eating.
Yeah, that's about the Panama City Beach. Last time I went to Panama City Beach, I hung out with a 17-year-old former heroin addict, so...
Sean Waltman, yes.
Yes, it was Sean Waltman in his younger years. So Jim,
the thing is though, I had to pretend that I didn't know who that was.
Oh yeah, who's that, guys?
That the reason why they knew that was her was because apparently a guy and a girl approached her, with the guy basically saying that the girl wanted to get into her business.
Oh, all right, I'm all for it. So Jim, this was a podcast about building our own theme park. I'm not sure what the fuck is happening to it. it's now like 50% that, 50% bullshit. But of course, we're trying to build our own theme park. You finally got to debut on one of the other podcasts, kind of, because we put an opposite attractions plug into
Yeah.
JWF
Yeah,
WrestlePalooza.
and I'm mad because when I was thinking about, because you made the comment about making a wrestling theme park, and I'm mad because literally the, the like the best name we could possibly use is already copyrighted.
Oh wait, what?
Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh yeah, that's good. I still prefer
Like that
UK.
woke me up in the middle of the night. Like I was sweating. Like Wrestle Kingdom. Shit. Oh god. Fuck. It's taken.
I was hanging something on my. I was standing on my toilet and I fell, banged my head, and that's when I saw it, Marty. Wrestle Kingdom. But we're not worrying about Wrestle Kingdom or You Can't See World or whatever we want to call it.
So stupid.
Right now, we're worrying about VISTA, which is the theme park about voting, interacting, streaming. It's basically where you are in control of the whole theme park. You're not getting taken for a ride. You are the ride. So let us ride you at VISTA. Wait, that's going to take some workshopping, I think. And so...
Oh my god, please, that's a shirt. Let us ride you, please.
let us ride you at VISTA. And so a couple weeks ago, you came to us with a very beautiful idea, and it was the concept of a little section of our theme park called the Pirate Bay, where essentially what it is we kind of workshopped it into a world where we try to steal other rides, essentially pirating them
So
and tossing
I did
them
have a
in.
question about this.
Okay.
Because you said our challenge was a shitty knockoff ride.
Yeah.
The question is whether we were doing like parody sort of rides or if we were doing like Be Kind Rewind, like sweeting of rides.
Mine is definitely in the sweeting realm, but
Because I have options for both.
well, we'll take whatever you get. Because yeah, I just like the concept of like when you watch a shitty movie on Pirate Bay that's been filmed, like it's not the full experience, but it's almost close enough.
I like the idea of basically like imagine if you had never ridden like let's say Pirates of the Caribbean and you ride it and you're like I want to make a ride like that and then you go to your friend who can build stuff and you're like I want you to build a ride like this and you explain to him what you saw that one time you rode it
Yeah.
and then you go away and see what he comes up with.
Yeah. Well, see, that's very close to the ride that I've brought to the table today, Jim.
I can't wait.
What I've brought to the table is essentially, you know how when people do like a parody of Doctor Who, they give him a phone booth, which is what we all think the police box is. So that way, it looks like one thing, and so they make it that thing to make it a parody. That's why, when you first go into the Pirate Bay, you will be faced with a giant golf ball. And it's a bit of a weenie for this park as well. And so you walk in and then you finally, the beauty of this ride though, is not only am I stealing a ride from Epcot, I'm also stealing characters from Universal Studios.
Oh no, let's see.
And so, this ride's all about history. It's all about talking about the history of creation and all that. And so that's why I figured we needed to get some good historical figures in. So, Jim, I just want you to fucking journey with me on this bullshit. You sit in your seat, and you go up into the mystical Bray Wyatt tube that will teleport you back in time. And you just hear, "Hello! I'd like to welcome you onto this spacecraft. It's this big, beautiful ball we all know and love, known as Mother Nature. I guess we should introduce ourselves. I am your host, Bill S. Preston. And I'm Ted Theodore Logan. And we are Wild Stallions. And essentially, it is Bill and Ted giving you their own version of Spaceship Earth, but they're not exactly sure about it. Like, do you enjoy writing with our American alphabet? Well, then thank the Filipinos, my dudes. They're fantastic.
Thank Phoenix, Arizona.
Thank Phoenix, Arizona. It's great. You know, one time there was this old cave dude, and he was just like, "Sup, bro? We need to keep knowledge." And so he killed a chicken and wrote with its talons and walls. But the only problem was, when they wanted to go to Cali for a bitchin' summer vacation, they had to leave their knowledge behind. And who wants to do that? How are you supposed to score any mad puss on the Cali beaches when you're a dumb caveman? That's right, Dad. And so then some fucker hit a tree and made flat papyrus. That might have been how it worked. I don't know. And so you go through the whole fucking ride.
When Steve Gutenberg from Police Academy made the first books.
Steve Gutenberg, creator of books and shit. Then you go through like the area that's clearly referencing Steve Jobs. They're just like, awesome, Windows. And then you keep going through. And then no matter
you go to
what,
the top and it shows the Earth, and they're like, "I think we're on Uranus."
Dude, I think we hit Uranus. And then as you go back down and you do the little survey about what your future is going to be, it always ends up a Wild Stallions concert. Nothing else. Your future is going to be this. We know, Rufus told us. And then George Carlin, in, I guess, pre-taped footage, because we don't want to try to, we're not playing God here. We don't need to try to bring him back to life. It's just like, that's right, boys. Now let's get into your future. All right. So that's mine.
Is this? Does the attraction have like a real, like a name? Is it just like Bill and Ted's Spaceship Earth Adventure or something?
Oh man. No. It's called Moonboat Experience. Bill and Ted's Moonboat. That's what it is. Because that's all a spaceship is. It's a moonboat. So that's my ride, my boy. Bring it on.
I had a couple. Basically, I wanted to rip off a lot of stuff. So I have. I'm gonna go with my main one last, but let's see. I have the Uber Speedway, which is like the Tomorrowland Speedway, except you get in a car and someone else is driving, and you go around and then you pay them.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what Tomorrowland Speedway is.
I have, instead of the Jungle Cruise, there's the Desert Cruise, which is just a big sand pit with a boat in it. And since it can't move, like, employees just walk by holding shit, and the guy in the boat like cracks jokes about it, but they're not even good jokes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm sorry,
you
couldn't
the
beat
Little
the
Drizzle
world famous
Railroad.
Tom Cruise.
The Cruise. I saw a poster for that. It was Terry Crews and Tom Cruise in an action movie.
Mm-hmm.
I had the Little Drizzle Railroad, which is kind of like Big Thunder, except it's one of those railroads from like a shopping mall for little kids.
Oh yeah. That's not
So
even a railroad.
it's literally the size of Big Thunder Mountain, but you go like 2 miles an hour.
Wait, including all the drops and shit? So that means you have to have like some really good suspension on this boy holding you back. You're just like, oh no, we're about to fall. Still fucking falling.
But my main attraction is called the Journey into Someone Else's Imagination.
Oh, okay.
And you go in, and instead of the Dream Finder, it's just like a homeless person in like a purple, like a homeless pimp in a purple suit, and like with like raggedy hair and a beard, and he's chasing the dragon, but the dragon's purple.
Yeah.
Because he's really trying to get off LSD and heroin.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically, like, it's literally the original Journey into Imagination, but done poorly, and it's in the guise of a homeless man's acid trip.
A homeless pimp's acid trip.
And the dragon would have a funny cartoon voice of
Oh,
some
okay. Now
kind.
wait, hold on. So, what's our dragon now?
I never came up with a name for the dragon.
Fidgement.
I
It's
I
close
just
enough.
had this idea of like he's like every scene the dragon's on the far end of the scene and the homeless guy's on the part you go into and he's like I'm just trying to get to the dragon and there's all kinds of crazy crap in between
Yeah.
because I've never rode the original Journey to Imagination. It's something I'm sore about to this day. So I don't really know everything that's in the ride. I've seen video, but it's kind of the video was done on like a VHS or like a one of those VHS cameras that was like the size of like a small boombox.
Yeah. Now hold on. Who plays the pimp? Do we get a good voice actor in? Do we get just like
Um,
Cat Williams in as like a pimp named Slickback? A dream can be a dream come true, bitch! With a spark from me to you. We just
this
want
following ride
slap
is
to your face.
yeah,
Oh
only
Lord.
only if the ride length is 8 and 4/4 minutes.
Oh man, okay. Oh, man, I don't want him to keep going to the black comedian well, but I kind of want Fidgement to be voiced by Chris Rock.
Oh, well, we can't use Larry the Cable Guy. That'd be bad.
Yeah, Larry. Oh man, chasing a pimp named Slickback, chasing a dragon voiced by Larry the Cable Guy. No, Jeff Foxworthy. That's another. We have a meet and greet at in the Pirate Bay for essentially what our version of Mater is, except it's voiced by Jeff Foxworthy the whole time.
No, I thought you were gonna say it's our version of the Pirate Bay would be that we would have like it would be the characters that are like in like Times Square,
Oh, like shitty sad
like
Elmo.
yeah, like Shitty Elmo and like uh fat drug addicted Spider Man
Yeah. Oh
stuff
man,
like that.
did you go meet Mater? How was it? He kept telling me here's your sign. I don't really know what that's all about, but he did it.
No, no, I think it'd be better if it was Ron White because then he'd
Oh
be
god.
surly.
This just proves that we know entirely too much about the blue collar comedy tour, and so therefore should be taken out of the field of comedy completely as it is.
I have Comedy Central and they had a little run there where like that was every weekend for them.
Oh, my brother, I remember. Don't you worry. One of my first Netflix, when Netflix would send out like 3 DVDs, one of the first rentals was like the Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
I'm trying to think of what I rented from that. That might have been how I saw how like I watched like Godfather the first time, The Godfather for the first time.
Holy shit, that's weird. That is a weird. Can we
I don't
please get back on the subject of my ride? All right, I'm sorry, Fidgement. Fidgement, could you really? I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what you're doing. Get back to me. All right, Fidgement, please come down.
Oh, good Lord. I almost there could be a knockoff of that ride inside of it, like you get off that knockoff and you get on another knockoff, but this time the dragon's Eddie Murphy and the homeless guy is Mike Myers.
Dude, don't do this. I
And
can't
it's
do it. I
Journey into
don't.
Shrek's imagination.
Oh shit! Yes. The journey, because
Like
now we're both
like
combining two properties that we don't
like
have
layers
access
of the
to.
onion go ever deeper.
No, you said Eddie Murphy, and I tensed because I'm like, I can't do a fucking Eddie Murphy impression. Why is he
I can
doing
only
this
really
to
do is laugh, and I haven't done it in a long time. So
That's the
because
closest I have. But
it's basically Lewis's laugh from Revenge of the Nerds, but toned down
oh
a
yeah,
step. Just like how the Cowardly Lion sounds like if you put Snagglepuss on a treadmill and ran him until he was tired. Because
accurate.
what?
Called it. Accurate. so
because
fucking.
that's what what's his face, the guy that voiced Night Elf was based the voice on, was the Cowardly Lion.
Oh man. Okay, so our pimp is Dr. Nigel, essentially. I'm trying. I'm
Well, no,
trying.
no, I wanted to go for the original Journey to
Oh,
Imagination that
original.
didn't
So
have
wait.
Eric Idle in it.
So is the
But
pimp Dreamfinder?
yes, that's why he's in a purple suit.
Oh. I honestly thought it was just because he was a pimp. That was the only reason.
I, it would be funny if there was a way that we could make it so if the pimp could walk, he would walk like that pimp that chased Homer Simpson on The Simpsons in
Yep.
the city of New York versus Homer Simpson, because that's like one of my favorite pieces of animation ever.
All right. Well,
Is
Jim,
that long-legged pimp chasing.
I hate to tell you this, but we're already having to reboot this ride, so you have to now give me your new version. But it's still
Wow.
got Chris Rock as the dragon.
Also, you want to reboot it into the new version?
The new version. So now we have to
Okay,
keep.
so
We have ripped off the old one, and now we're ripping off the reboot.
instead of Eric Idle, we use Michael Caine.
Hello, and welcome to the Institute of Technology, Master Wang. Could you? Who the fuck are you? I've been hanging around with a pimp for the past 30 years, and now this Bruce Wayne motherfucker coming in here. What are you doing?
Because I was gonna think of like using another member of the Python group, but I think most of them are dead. So,
Terry Gilliam is still alive, ain't he? I feel like he'd be the most.
Oh wait,
If this is a Terry
John
Gilliam
Cleese.
based
John
ride,
Cleese.
okay, don't you gesture towards the camera as if I would start busting out a wicked sick Cleese impression.
No, that's who I was trying to remember was one of the other Python people. It's been a long time since I've watched Monty Python anything.
All right, so Jim Murphy, it's been an episode.
Oh, hey,
give me a challenge.
I have a couple options.
Friend, Fidgement.
I have a couple options. You can tell me which one you think is better. I guess I can't use the bottom one since we kind of did that this time.
What was it? Reboot the fucking
celebrities, like a ride with like featuring a celebrity. That's kind of taken. So I have either like a seasonal or holiday based event.
Okay.
Kind of like how we did the Halloween thing last time, or if you were like a rich VIP, like what could we offer you as a rich VIP?
I kind of want to do. I want to do the seasonal thing though, because like I'll be honest, I was gonna bring like Spooky Saturdays as our Halloween Horror Nights this week.
We only have like one episode left before we have to pick what goes and stays and such. So this will be the last one. So we got to get in everything that we can think of.
I think we got enough. It's all right.
So if you want to do the holiday based or seasonal based thing, that works.
All right.
I don't have any idea what I'm going to pick. I was literally just going back through like old episodes going, what haven't we done this time?
All right. So Jim, where can they find you on the internet?
Oh, God damn it. I'm on Twitter at apparently smart. As you can tell, I'm probably not.
Yeah. And you can find me on Twitter at ScottyMo. That's SCOTTYEMO. Make sure to buy all my books on Amazon. Just type up Scotty Moore. You can find all of them, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of find the rest of the BS Network podcasts online. There's Fight Boys, a load of BS, all of the fantastic products we offer for you, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, make sure to support the show either monetarily over on Patreon at patreon.com/aloadofbs or by picking up a shirt over at merch.aloadofpurebs.com. Now, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out all of our previous episodes, like when we built our theme park Apex, all about superheroes, and of course, all the earlier episodes we've done about Vista. Check all those out at opposite-attractions.com. And remember, you can find Jim and me on Twitter at OpAtShow. That's spelled OPPATTSHOW. Are you down with OPP?